Hey guys, I'm RozaldVane, and welcome back to another escape. I was saying escape instead of episode. Welcome to another episode of Zero Escape, 0 hours, 0 people, 0 doors. Last episode we basically spent some time examining the 2 bedroom, or I'm trying to think what kind of cabins, rooms, I don't know what they're called. Not exactly what rooms they are called. Yeah, so we're examining the 2 rooms, and then we talked to Akane, aka June, and we talked to Santa here, which he's going on about his fear of like lucky style supernatural things like 4-leaf clovers, or what else was there? 4-leaf clovers, luck-based things, black cats, stuff like that. I think I guess he hates lucky things or lucky stuff, object stuff. So he's talking about that kind of thing, and kind of going too deep into it, I guess, for whatever it is. But yeah, let's get into it. I am a little refreshed, so I'm not as frustrated as I was in the previous episode. I do apologize if I'm complaining in the last episode about pacing. I do kind of worry a little bit that it's just too much of the characters being drawn out in places where gameplays are happening, but it's like, I think they don't have any other convenient spot where they would place these dialogues in, so it's my apologies that, like, I still think that's what they were doing. It's just that they don't have any great convenient spaces to present Santa as a character and June as a character. Like, they want to have it where it's just an isolated conversation between our characters, so maybe this is the right place for them. Anyways.
お前、株とかってやんねえの?
Play what?
株?
There it is. Yeah, that's the option we left off in the last episode. Gambling or stock market? I think I was gonna say gambling.
おいちょ株の?
I love how he immediately says Oicho Kabu. This is like a Japanese style gambling game. If you haven't played any Like a Dragon, Yakuza, Ryu Gakotoku style games, the Yakuza games from the RGG Studios, I recommend anybody who hasn't played it to actually sit down and play it. I've played all of them already, except for Lost Judgment. I'm currently playing Judgment on my off time right now, so I'm having a lot of fun with it. But the point is, Oisho Kabu is one of the one of the recurring gambling games they keep including in their games. Like at the very beginning, I think, or ever since they started making the Yakuza games like they did in current times. But it's one of those gambling games. I don't know, I can't explain the rules so easily. It's kind of like the digital root letter number in this game, but in a more card formatted form. What would be the closest thing to kind of compare it with? I'm trying to think what other familiar games. It's not Solitaire, but it has a format of placement similar to Solitaire, but it's not Solitaire. Hoicho Kabu is like the rule is basically you have to reach the highest number, which is 9. Like, you have to beat the dealer. The dealer is any player. It will be the players in the circle. So like, there's 4 players. One player takes each turn. Each turn, one player needs to be the dealer, and the dealer would be the one you compete against, basically. The dealer has no choice, I think. Yeah, the dealer has no choice. He stays with that number. He or she stays with that number. He, she, they stays with that number of that card section they have. And then the rest, everyone chooses and do the thing, and they just, like, try to make sure that they beat the dealer's hand. Almost like blackjack, almost, but it's not blackjack. So if you have like numbers 15, I think, then 5 is your actual number that you get, and then if the dealer is like 9, which 9 is the highest, I believe it was, then 9 beats you out and you lose the gambling game. But if the dealer was like 4, let's say, as their number, then with your 5, the dealer loses, and you basically lose out on, or the dealer would lose out on the amount of money that the person bet against the dealer with. So that was pretty much the case of how that plays. I don't remember all the rules and minute details of it, but I do remember that's how it went, kind of. I didn't play it too much in Yakuza, but I enjoyed it, I think, when I've played it. I'm playing Judgment, and Judgment actually has that game in there. I haven't got to that point yet, but we'll see. I'll probably remember it eventually.
そうだよ。話の流れ的にそれ以外にねえだろうが。
And I do apologize. I went full deep into that game in explaining what it is.
おいちょ株ではな。9は株っつって最強の数字なんだよ。
Yeah, so it is right. So they call it Baccarat. Baccarat? Yeah. Baccarat is a different game, but the game that Santa's talking about in Japanese is Oichokabu, which is not the same as Baccarat, because Baccarat uses the 52 standard card deck, which is in the poker style of card games, but the Oichokabu is using the Japanese traditional card style, I think. That is kind of similar to the 52 hand, but it's not the same. I don't think they use the same deck. I might be wrong. But Baccarat is like kind of the same concept if you've played Baccarat. Baccarat. I don't know how to pronounce that one. They call it Le Grande.
逆に0は豚。最弱の数字になる。
I didn't know that was called a monkey. But yes, 0 is the lowest.
0は豚か。このゲームの首謀者と同じだな。は
Also, I forgot to mention, if you're not hearing in the Japanese, like when I said Oicho Kabu, that's what they're saying. I'm just repeating what I just heard out of it, even though their text is different from what they're saying.
確かにそうだな。
Uh-huh.
俺たちを閉じ込めた犯人。0は豚野郎に違いねえ。
Wow, Santa immediately thinks he's more powerful than 0 because of the fact that 0 is the lowest number.
そういえば、ノナリーゲームって、おいちょ株に似てるわよね。
I guess? But then who's the dealer then?
まあ、おいちょ株の方は数字婚なんていうめんどくさいものは使わないけどね。
Very true.
札の数を足して2桁になったら10の位を切り捨ててしまえばいいだけで。でも、合計数を1桁に変えて勝負するという意味では同じじゃない？
なるほど。言われてみりゃ確かにそうだな。
それから最終的に9を作った者が勝ちってところも似てるわ。
9を作った者が勝ち？
Oh. Yeah, the guy with the 9 literally died, didn't he? So he technically could have won if he stayed long enough with all of us, but he didn't want to.
忘れたの？ゼロが言ってたじゃない。
脱出するための出口は船内のどこかに隠されている。探したまえ。9と書かれた扉がそれだ。つまり、この船から脱出するには、最終的に数字根が9になるようなチームを作らなければならないってことか。そのチームを作った奴らだけが生き残ることができると。
そういうこと。だから、ノナリーゲームなのよ。
は
I like it. Jumpy's like, what? Yeah, what?
知らない？
Nope. Shouldn't I indeed? Meaning that I don't know, or you don't know, kind of thing.
ノナリーっていうのは、9個からなる、九神法のって意味なのよ。語源はラテン語のノナ、9の窃盗時。
Yeah, that is a Latin prefix, Nona.
ちなみに、1の窃盗時はユニね。一角獣、ユニコーンのユニよ。
I'm wondering if Nonary is like a combination of Nona, and Uni, but I don't know. Yeah, the horse with the one horn is a unicorn, yep.
2はバイ。バイナリのバイ。
Yeah, I know.
バイナリっていうのは二進数って意味ね。
Why is she explaining the word to us? Maybe because I guess with the Japanese audience is a little different because it's not explanatory in Japanese, I guess, and that's why it sounds kind of repetitive to an English speaker, I guess.
3のトリはよく耳にするでしょ？トリオとかトリプルとかトライアングルとか。
Triangle, yes.
その後はクオルト、クイント、 セクサ、セプトと続いて。
Yep, she ain't wrong.
最後に8の窃盗時であるオクトはオクトパス。タコの名前についてるわ。
I like how Lotus is considered the English speaker in this scenario out of the group. It's actually interesting. I think it's interesting to read it in a Japanese way versus the English way. I think the English way is a little bit redundant in a weird way. I think when I first played it, I think that was what... I didn't really care for it as much in the text of what they were trying to say as much in this scenario. But I kind of see why it works if it was a Japanese speaker going into an English translation or explanation of English. It's interesting.
ほら、タコって足が8本じゃない？だから。
なるほど。それと同じで、ノナっていうのは9を表すわけか。
ところで、この船に閉じ込められたのって何人だったっけ？
10 if you include 0, which 0 I don't know if 0 wasn't trapped, then 9 of course, but now that we lost 9, we got 8 people who are trapped in this ship.
9人だな。
それぞれに割り振られたバングルナンバーは？
1から9までだ。
タイムリミットは何時間だったかしら？
9 hours.
0は9時間と。
それじゃあ最後、この船から脱出するには？
どこかにある9の扉を開かなければならない。
Why is she explaining it so, like... I'm actually now wondering why are they re-explaining this stuff and trying to explain it too thoroughly. Like, Lotus is explaining it way so thoroughly, but then a lot of it is redundant information that we kind of should have known about.
数字根が9になるチームを作って。
And I kind of wonder why re-explain the whole rule and trying to reinforce it when people kind of probably understood that, yes, everything's 9 for a reason, and the Nona games has been all 9 based because it's Nona Rary game. So it's like, I don't know. It just makes me wonder why.
つまり、そういうこと。このゲームには、あちこちに9という数字が散りばめられてるのよ。
Like I didn't notice that when I saw the words speak out saying 9.
9をテーマにしたゲーム。だから、ノナリーゲームってわけ。
Oh. And that's time to get me back to the hidden object point of the game. Sheesh. A little annoying, but that's what it is. Okay. We got 3 pieces of the item, I believe. Hey, Junpei, that tile you've got? You think maybe you're supposed to put it in one of those empty spaces? I mean, the pattern does look kind of the same, doesn't it? Doesn't it? He's right. I think so too. But if that is the case, you're going to need to collect all 3 tiles, right? Don't you think we should collect all of them before we start putting them in? Okay. I guess they just want to be pixel perfect. I believe we have a curtain stuff. Yeah. This is the bathroom wall. The whole wall is covered in these square tiles. No, I have to turn around to get that. There's a curtain running along the ceiling. Let's put the shower curtain on those hooks. Let's try spreading the curtains. Wow, that's pretty obvious, people. Somebody's really dedicated. Well, with a hole this big, you gotta wonder if maybe they wanted to be caught. So you're saying maybe the one getting spied on was into this stuff? Maybe. They were into, like, those home invasion fantasies? Home invasion? Interesting. I see. You two are real idiots. You know that? Can I, like... Let's try spreading the curtain. Okay, so we need to get that thing. There's a hole in a curtain. If I look at it from ways back, I can see a single tile. Alright, from here, I can see what a tile it is. Looks like it's 5th from the top, 3rd from the right. What? Why turn me around? What the heck? Now it just confuses me. A white tile, 5th from the top and 3rd from the right. Let's have a closer look, shall we? Nothing strange here. Nope, the thing's not budging. Well, then that means we need to use an item to open it somehow, I guess. Ordinary thing. Tiled wall. There are ordinary everyday tiles. Oh yeah, there's another bathroom. Ooh. Okay, yeah. That makes sense. I like how the clue is go to the other restroom because the other restroom might have it. What's up? You're going back already? Well, I can't just leave June there by herself. What? You think you're her knight or her protector or something? You're creeping me out. Whatever, man. I'm going. Okay. Let's get through here. I believe this thing? Here it is. Yes, this one's loose. I think I can get under this with my nail and... Yes! Alrighty. Yeah, I already got what I needed. I need to get out of here. Jumpy, do you think that there might be something up in the shower curtain? Well, maybe? You want to try closing it? No, I just wanted to leave. I just accidentally closed it. The exit. Lotus and Sense are in the other rooms on the other side. I'm gonna go check up on them. Alright. There's a tile in the frame, so I guess I'm supposed to put the tiles in the empty spaces. Alright, I'm gonna give it a shot. Alright, so now we need to figure out what position is what. It needs to look like an elephant, I think. Such a... There it is. Yes! I did it! I thought the sound effect was like some weird generic electronic cheering. It's like, yeah, kind of thing, but it's not. It's just like, it's like making a really rough noise for me. There, picture complete. And there goes the frame. What's this? What do you mean, what's this? Pretty obvious, isn't it? It's a hole in the wall. Like a hidden safe or something? You know. Anyway, let's take a look. I think there's something inside. Oh, it's the key.
それにしても、一体何なんだこの絵は。
It looks like an elephant to me, a little bit. But it could be some sort of animal. Like a silhouette of an animal.
私、これと似たような絵を見たことがあるわ。
Ooh, conspiracy. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be some weird conspiracy, just like how June brought up the Titanic mystery conspiracy thing in the last episode. Ugh. The mummy conspiracy. Now what is this conspiracy?
どこで？
本の中で、イギリスの生化学者、シールドレイクという人が面白い学説を唱えててね。それについて書かれた本の中で見たのよ。
面白い学説って？
形態形成場仮説、あるいは形成的因果作用の仮説、とも言うらしいけど。
ああ、ダメだ。聞いただけで頭が痛くなってきそうだ。
別にそんなに難しい話じゃないんだけどな。
How so? I mean, Lotus sounds like a very smart person, but I feel like she's the type of person who doesn't act upon her. Like, she doesn't like acting upon actions. She just wants to take it kind of like methodically, in a way, or very, very cautiously. But her caution is... I honestly think Lotus is a very smart character. But it feels like she likes to not take action. Like, she doesn't like initiatives. She doesn't like... She's not the type of person who wants to take initiatives because she's fearful that her actions could result in consequences that she's not aware of or known about. So I guess she's a very cautious type of person. So it's an interesting way to just make Lotus seem a lot more smarter than all of us here. So it's really interesting to see that. I like that.
要するに、生物の形や行動パターンといったものは、目には見えないフィールドを介して伝わっているんじゃないかってことで。
おいおい、それのどこが簡単だって言うんだ。
じゃあ、こう言ったら分かってもらえるかしら？
Put it down to layman's term. I think that's what it's called. Like, make it baby language for Santa. 1 plus 1, 2. That's your answer.
テレパシーのメカニズムに関する仮説。
Oh, so now we're going into the conspiracy of psychics.
テレパシー？
そう、テレパシ
I like how, yeah, in Japanese there's no fee. It's just she instead. I think that messes up my way of thinking sometimes when I hear she instead of the. But I think telepathy is like enough to kind of understand that it's telepathy. But yeah, I've tried to read katakana every now and then. And I'll be like confused. I'm like, buaji, buaji. Oh, buaji. I don't know. I don't have an example right now. I was just making up word.
ー。本当はちょっと違うんだけどね。まあ、ざっくり言うとそうなるわ。
なんだよ、テレパシーって。昭和の小学生じゃあるまいし。
Kids from the 70s? What kind of childhood do you think 70 kids are growing up with?
そんなもんを真面目に研究してる学者がいるとは驚きだね。
そうね。私もそう思うわ。私はただ本を読んだだけで、何もその仮説を信じてるわけじゃないもの。擁護するつもりなんてさらさらないわ。単なる、とんでも理論。仰々しい言葉を並べ立てて、さもありなんと説明しただけの疑似科学。私だってそう思ってる。そう思ってるけど。まあ、とにかく、その本の中で見たのよ。これと似たような絵を。これ、何に見える？
何って、ただの抽象画だろ？
I mean, it doesn't look abstract to me. It looks like an actual object of some sort.
白と黒だけで描かれた意味不明な絵だ。そうとしか言いようがない。
Also, I think I know what she meant by the whole psychic thing, the telepathy thing. I think it's something similar to when I played Prey, where they kind of delve into that sort of like theory slash scientific stuff. Prey 2017, I think, the Bethesda game, Arcane game. They did delve into it a little bit, where they talk about it a bit. I don't know if it's a full-on talk about how it works and what it does, but I think it's more like to kind of gauge the person's psyche, I think, in a weird way. For me, I don't feel like it works in a way that helps a therapist understand people's psyche. I feel like it just gauges a person's creativity in a weird way. Because for me, I feel like a creative mind doesn't have any controls on how they feel or how they say it. They just know from what they can see. Like they can have visions of like what they want to see instead of like what they are expected to see, I guess. I don't know. I don't really know. I'm not big into the sort of therapy kind of stuff or the psychiatrist kind of stuff. I don't really dig that one too deeply. Maybe one day I might read a book about it and be like intrigued, but I don't know. I just feel like it feels like I'm just creatively looking at it. Like I can see it and think like, oh, it's a thing and that's a thing.
淳平君はどう？何かに見えない？
I get a choice?
そうだな。強いて言うなら。
Oh, I get a choice. What the heck is a funyarinpa? What is a funyarinpa? Oh, oops. And it means to press up. A koi, so that's a fish. A man's face. I guess if you are looking at it on the top right, that looks like a face, but not so much. For me, it just looks like an elephant. A small boat floating on a lake. Doesn't look like it. A butterfly? No? I don't know what's a funyarinpa. What the heck is that? I want to look that up. Actually, let me look that up very quick. I'm so confused. What's a funyarinpa? Funyarinpa? Funyarinpa. Oh, that spoils a little bit, I guess. Okay. Apparently, Funyarinpa is actually the name of Junpei's dog, but the a dog and the last one is pretty much the same idea, I guess. I'm gonna say just a dog. I'll keep it at
小
that.
型犬かな。ほら、ここが頭で、ここが前足。こっちは後ろ足だろ。
Oh, yeah. It does look like that.
な。
ああ、なるほど。
I like how they actually paired it up with an actual image of the of a dog drawing.
言われてみると、確かにそう見えるな。
よくわかったわね。正解よ。
Wait, what? I don't get it. I didn't think there was a right or wrong answer.
絶対にわからないと思ったんだけどな。
それで絵の正体は分かったけど、だから何なんだよ。
Yeah.
イギリスのあるテレビ局でね、こんな実験をしたの。まず、これと同じような絵を2枚用意する。両方とも、パッと見ただけではわからないんだけど。
Oh, I know. It's kind of that game where it's like there's a very fuzzy image, and then there's another fuzzy image, and you have to decide which one is actually the object that you're looking for. I think it's something in the what was it? The Switch game, that Big Brain Switch game, I think, where it's like you got your options that are all fuzzed out, but then the topic at hand is like, oh, look for the dog, and then it slowly fades into clearer picture, and if you don't get it, then if you don't get it before the timer runs out, then you lose, but that's whatever.
でも正解を教えられたら、もうそれにしか見えなくなってしまうような。そんな絵をね、2枚用意したの。片方は帽子をかぶった貴婦人の絵。
Okay.
もう片方は、とりあえず分かりやすくするために、この小型犬の絵だったってことにしておきましょうか。でね、実験を行ったテレビ局は、この2枚の絵をどうしたのかっていうと、まずそれらを、この局の放送電波が届かない遠隔地へと送ったの。アイルランドやアメリカ、アフリカ、ヨーロッパの各地へと。そして被験者が募られた。総数は約1000人。その1000人に対して2枚の絵を見せ、何に見えるかと尋ねたそうよ。結果は次の通り。貴婦人の絵を見て、貴婦人の絵だと分かった人の割合は 9.2%。小型犬の絵を見て、小型犬の絵だと分かった人の割合は 3.9% だった。
So they're just looking for people who can kind of see past the images like original looks, I guess. Like they can vision the thing outside of its abstract form to be the actual image that it is.
それから2日後。次にテレビ局は30分の番組の中で小型犬の絵だけを答えとともに流したの。視聴者の数はおよそ200万人。これにより小型犬の絵について正解を知っている者はこの時の放送を境に一気に200万人に増えたわけね。そしてさらに2日が経ち、もう一度世界各地において被験者が募られることになった。今度の数は850人前後。もちろん全員が1回目の被験者とは別人。
Interesting.
でも行われたことは全く同じ。2枚の絵を見せて何に見えるかと質問したのよ。
Why use the same image? It's kind of boring.
すると驚くべき結果が出た。
Wonder what the results is.
貴婦人の絵を見て貴婦人の絵だと分かった人の割合は 10% だった。
But 1% only on the dog?
前回は 9.2% だったから、まあこれはほぼ誤差の範囲と見ていいわね。
Okay.
問題は小型犬の絵の方。
It's like 1%.
それを見て小型犬の絵だと分かった人の割合は
Or maybe even 0. It would be surprising if it's 0.
前回が 3.9% だったのに対して、今回は 6.8% と大幅に増えていたの。
And what is this supposed to do for the story? I actually realized, what does this have to do with the story? I'm sorry, like the narrative is just making me more confused to why this is important to us.
わかる？これが何を意味するのか。
No. Maybe perception, I guess. It could be to decipher how much people are good at perception.
繰り返しになるけど、被験者たちは番組を見てるはずがないのよ。
Oh, maybe because they're trying to prove the fact that the first group can telepathically insert their sort of vision of the picture into the picture itself, and the next group of people would walk in and they would get that translation from the picture itself to the people who were in that group. And so there was a huge factor of how there's knowledge sharing based on one picture. Is that what it's trying to say in terms of the telepathy kind of stuff? I can sound the alarm to say this is all conspiracy. Thank you very much.
局のあるイギリスから遠く離れたとこに住んでたんだもの。当然よね。にもかかわらず、答えとともに放送された小型犬の方だけ正解率が上がったの。
Telepathy.
なぜ？どうして？これは一体どういうこと？
もしかして、さっき言ってたフィールドとやらが関係してるのか？目には見えないフィールド。答えを知っているものが多ければ多いほど、そのフィールドを介して情報が伝わりやすくなるとか。
Quiet.
なわけないでしょ。冗談よ冗談。真に受けないでくれる？
Oh, come on, man. I mean, I wish it was just like not, I was just kidding. She could have just said, maybe, I don't know. Like, and then move on saying like, let's get a move on. We got the key and let's get out of here. Because I feel like these topics can get too out of hand and lead to no reasoning behind anything. I think it maybe because it's trying to encourage the mystery behind why we're here and what could be the case.
あ、話したことは全部事実よ。公表されてるものとしてはね。
I think I might know why the telepathy topic is here, but I might save that or reserve that for a later part of the episode. Maybe at a further down the line episode, but we'll see. Okay.
だけど、実験の結果は意図的に操作されてる可能性もあるし。多分話題作りのための捏造。やらせ番組だったのよ、きっと。
Sure.
だよな。びっくりしたぜ。
Santa was so invested with the whole experiment.
本気で信じてるのかと思っちまったじゃねえか。
そんなわけないじゃない。最初に言ったでしょ。単なるとんでも理論家、疑似科学だって。
そっかそっか。
I feel like these people have no right to laugh, considering how serious it almost felt.
さあ、ヨタ話はこれでおしまい。
Can we move on?
鍵は手に入ったんだし、早く行きましょう。
Also, we spoke so freaking like we went through so much conversation, and I feel sad that June gets none of this at all with us.
だな。
目には見えないフィールド。携帯形成場仮説か。
Yeah, it just kind of sucks that. All right, let's go to the hallway. Let's go get June. You guys head to the door. Okay. Roger that. Hey, Jumpy. Where are you? Where are you going? Oh, I was going to get you. I know, Santa told me. Come on, let's go. Oh, okay. Yes, it unlocked. Good job, Junpei. Good, now we can get going. Come on, what are you guys standing around for? Let's get out of here. Oh. Wow, all that conversation really led up to a 30-minute mark already. Alright, cool. Let's save our exit for another day, unfortunately. So thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the next episode or another Video Minds, and hope you guys have a great, amazing day, good night, or whenever you're watching this. Next episode, let's go ahead and continue through that door and see where it takes us. I will probably see if I can go for another episode today, I guess, and then, yeah, we'll see what happens. Anyways, next episode, let's go through the door and see where it takes us and continue making our way out somehow. I mean, there was a lot of conversations for this one. Very intriguing topics, obviously, but very out of place a little bit to me. But I might understand why they brought those topics up in mind. Not just only to create pure mystery with conspiracy stuff, but just like some other stuff involved with it. But we'll see. We'll talk about it more in the future episode. So, Roz, out.